welcome back to my channel. Today I have a September message for all of the Leos out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it will not resonate with every single Leo out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I'm a psychic intuitive and spiritual coach. I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every week right here on this channel. Without further ado, let's get into your message, Leo. All right, Leo, you know the drill. We are going to do a 9-card draw. Should we need to clarify any cards already on the table, we will do so with a separate deck. Let's get shuffling. Angels, archangels, guides, ascended masters, what information and insight do you have for Leo this month? What information and what insight do you have for Leo this month? What information and what insight do you have for Leo this month? What information and what insight do you have for Leo this month? What information and what insight do you have for Leo this month? What information and what insight do you have for Leo? Ooh. All right, you have 2 7s already, Leo. So that means that you need to look up the number 77. Know and understand that a 7 truly represents your sacred path. So it's a very sacred number, but I want you to look up the number 77 as I feel it's going to provide you with a little bit more insight. 2 more, please, Spirit. 2 more for Leo. Okay, 1 more. You now have 2 8s, so you need to look that up as well. So you're going to look up 77 and 88. 8s represent manifestation, prosperity, and abundance. All right. You know I love looking at numbers, so let's go ahead and get right into it, Leo. So right off the bat, the first card up is where you currently are. You are at the 3 of Cups here. So what I love about this is that the 3 of Cups truly represents a celebration. I really feel that maybe where you currently are right now, you've sort of either celebrated something that you might have accomplished, or you're celebrating, you know, with friends, family. I really feel this is sort of more like celebrating with individuals that are very like-minded, celebrating something that you've accomplished. I really feel that's sort of the celebration. You're feeling celebrated, you're feeling successful, and you feel like people have your back, and that's what's important. So that's where you currently are here, Leo. Now, what is your theme this month? My friends, Leo, you are your theme this month is the 8 of Swords. Now, what does that mean? So the 8 of Swords really represents you feeling trapped, feeling sort of blocked in. And I want to point out that your theme this month is really about you seeing things very clearly. I really feel that what that represents is that you need to be sure that you see things for what they are and don't sort of take on the role of a victim here, okay? So I think that's important because I really feel that if you sort of take the stance of being the victim here, then you're not really seeing things clearly. Notice how she's sort of tied up and she's blindfolded, okay? But notice how there's nothing in front of her preventing her from moving forward. She's just stuck in fear, right? And she feels like she's trapped and she feels like someone else has sort of put her there. But the reality of the situation is that if she were to just sort of remove the blindfold, and she'd be able to see very clearly that there is nothing preventing her from moving forward other than her own fear that has sort of imprisoned her. Okay. So that's important for you. That's your theme. I think you really need to recognize and sort of see things for what they are and see how you are keeping yourself trapped in a certain situation or a circumstance that you're in here, Leo. Now, what are you accomplishing this month? You have the Seven of Swords in reversed, okay? Now, normally, when I see a Seven of Swords in an upright position, I'm seeing someone trying to be very deceptive, trying to get away with things. But with this being in reversed, I really feel that this represents that what you are accomplishing is that you're now starting to see people's true colors in your life. And you're recognizing that there are certain individuals that you can count on, and that there's certain individuals that you can't count on. I am going to draw a clarifier for this card because I want more advice on what Spirit has for you in regards to this Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords really speaks about lying, cheating, stealing, trying to get away with things, but that's in its upright position. In the upside down position, I really feel that you're now realizing that you can't do everything yourself, and you're starting to now ask for the help that is needed here. And I think that's important because you're recognizing what is of value and what is not of value. But let's clarify this. So angels, archangels, guides, ascendant masters, why is the Seven of Swords in reverse here for Leo? Why is the Seven of Swords in reversed here for Leo? Why is the Seven of Swords here in reverse for Leo? Okay. Ah, beautiful. All right, we have your clarifier, the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So here's what I really feel this represents. A Queen of Pentacles is a very loving and nurturing energy. And I really feel that, Leo, this could represent a very powerful, abundant, nurturing woman in your life. Or doesn't necessarily have to be a woman. It's sort of like a mother figure in your life that sort of makes you recognize your worth and your value. Because a Queen of Pentacles really truly understands how amazing they are. A Queen of Pentacles understands that they have all of this knowledge and that they're provided for, and that they don't have to worry about where their next meal is going to come from, or whether they're going to have the resources available to them to do what they need to do or be successful. And I really feel that either you yourself are rising this up in yourself here, Leo, or there is someone in your life that is sort of portraying that image for you, helping you recognize that you can bring that up in yourself. So that is your advice here on what you are accomplishing this month. I want you to recognize here, Leo, that I feel that what this is really saying is that whatever deception that you try, that you constantly sort of brought up in yourself, you're now starting to love and nurture that aspect of yourself. You're starting to heal that aspect of yourself because you're recognizing that you're your own salvation. And that's what's important here. Now, what do you need to avoid? You have the Seven of Cups in reversed here. And I feel that what you're needing to avoid is getting caught up in all of the choices and the options being presented to you, okay? The Seven of Cups really speaks about having to make a conscious choice, an intuitive conscious choice. With it being reversed, I really feel that there's a lot of confusion and you're not really tuning in to your higher self in making that conscious choice. Maybe you're not even wanting to make a choice. Maybe you're wanting someone else to make a choice for you. And what Spirit is really telling you here is that you need to make a conscious choice. You yourself need to make a conscious choice. Now, I am going to clarify this because I want more advice on this, because it is your other seven on the board. So what I really feel this is really saying is that, you know, aside from all of the noise and all of the unsolicited advice that you get on a daily basis, understand that the best choice that you can make is tuning into your higher self, really listening to your intuition and your gut and your guidance, because no one can make a better decision for you other than you. So what is the advice here, Spirit? What is the advice for this Seven of Cups in reverse for Leo? Yes. Okay. We have the Ace of Swords, which is about the clarity, right? And this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you would rather make a choice based off of someone else's opinion than your own. And here's the thing, Leo, you can't do that. You cannot, because I feel like, notice how on this Seven of Cups, you see all of these clouds, right? That's the confusion. That is the clouds truly represents the confusion one has and all of the white noise that sort of prevents us from listening internally to what our heart and our gut is guiding us to do here. The Ace of Swords is a new way of thinking, right? It's that inner guidance, that clarity that we receive when we tune into that higher aspect of ourselves that lets us know without a shadow of a doubt we've made the right choice. So that is what you need to avoid. You need to avoid listening to other people's opinions and making decisions based off of what they feel is best for you, because ultimately they're just going to lead you astray. Now, what do you need to embrace this month? You have the Nine of Pentacles. This is independent, abundant energy. This is what you need to embrace. And what I feel they're really trying to tell you here is that if you can learn to love and nurture yourself, your wounds, your doubts, your fears, and you can learn to listen to that higher aspect of yourself and make conscious, intuitive choices, all of your successes are going to start to reveal itself. All the hard work that you've put into what you're manifesting, what you're creating, or what you're desiring is going to start to show up, and you're going to start reaping the rewards. But here's the other thing, okay? What you need to embrace is recognize that no matter whether your dream, your wish, your fulfillment bears fruit, you need to learn to be grateful. A Nine of Pentacles comes from a place of gratitude, recognizing and knowing that no matter what, they are independent, they are prosperous, they are abundant, and that they are successful, right? So that is what you need to embrace here, okay? Now, what is the obstacle you're going to face here, Leo? You have the Star, and I really feel the obstacle in this is that you're going to have to learn how to heal yourself, okay? The Star truly represents healing. It represents connecting to that higher part of yourself and recognizing that sometimes your higher aspect needs love, it needs nurturing, it needs guidance, right? And the only way that you can do that is if you allow yourself to seek for it and give it to yourself, right? Because the more that you invest in your own personal growth and your own personal healing, the more you'll be able to heal and help others grow along their path and along their journey by simply observing you and your actions here, Leo. Okay? So what is the support that you have? You have the Six of Wands. This is probably the best support that you could have. This is Spirit's way of letting you know that you're going to be victorious. You are going to be successful. There isn't anything that is going to prevent that from happening. This is the support. Recognize that you will be victorious. Even if you have to start telling yourself affirmations, I am successful. I am worthy of success. Whatever it is, you recognize that that is your path, okay? Now, what is the action this month? You have the Eight of Cups in reversed, okay? This is your second eight. Now, I really feel that the action here is you're going to try to procrastinate from leaving things behind. And it might be that maybe it's because you're very passionate about it, or maybe it's because you're holding on to that sentimental value of something. And you're like, if I let this part go, then I'll never know? What if I have that, what if, right? Recognize and understand that you have to let go of things in order to allow certain other things to come into your life. You have to be willing to recognize that every opportunity that you've had, every experience that you've gone through has been a stepping stone to this point. Not everyone and not everything is meant to sort of continue that path and continue that journey with you. So I feel that the action that you're going to have here is that you need to recognize that, and I feel that these are individuals, and these are certain situations and circumstances that you've been sort of intuitively, you've been led to know that you've needed to walk away. You've needed to walk away and leave them behind, and you're still holding on. You're holding on to that hope that maybe, just maybe, things will change. But here's what I want to point out to you. By refusing to walk away from the things that no longer serve you, it's put you in this imprisoned state. This is the reason why this is your theme, right? This Eight of Swords it's keeping you trapped. And the only reason why it's keeping you trapped is because you're refusing to walk away from the things that no longer serve you. They're not fulfilling you anymore. Whether that's a job, whether that's family, whether that's certain individuals, whatever it might be, you have to let it go so that you can set yourself free. That is ultimately what this is saying here. Now, what is the advice and the encouragement? You have the Five of Swords, okay? Now, the Five of Swords really speaks about deception, okay? Now, what is the advice and the encouragement in this? The advice and the encouragement with this is really when you recognize that you are sabotaging yourself, and you recognize that you're trying to win at all cost, who are you really helping? Your advice is sort of taking that higher road. Your encouragement is sort of seeing things from being the bigger person, walking away, recognizing that the energy that you put into something truly doesn't make things better when it comes to any kind of conflict, okay? This is what's important. Now, recognize that not everything is meant to be fought over, right? This is really about you recognizing what requires your energy and what doesn't require energy. And if it's not benefiting you, if it's not loving, if it's not nurturing, then you are meant to walk away from it. So I want to draw an additional card to see what additional advice Spirit has for you here, Leo. Because I really think that this was pretty much on point, if I'm not, if I'm being completely and utterly honest with myself. Pretty straightforward. You're starting off in a very good place with the Three of Cups, right? Where you've celebrated your wins, you feel like you're loved and you're supported, and you have people that have your back. But there are certain things that are keeping you trapped, that sort of are keeping you stuck in this stagnant energy. And your advice is really that you need to take a higher road, right? And it's going to require some healing. It's going to require a lot of work. So what additional information and insight do you have for Leo here, Spirit? All right. Here's what we have. We have number 32, jeweled web and connectivity. This is beautiful. Now the 32 reduces down to a 5 here, Leo. And the 5 truly represents change. Ultimately, it represents change. And what I feel this is really interesting is a web truly connects. So all of our experiences, all of the individuals, everything is connected, okay? And I think one of our biggest struggles is that a lot of times when we put so much emphasis onto one thing, we see it as beautiful and we sort of want to hold on to it as much as we can, not recognizing that everything sort of connects us and leads us to where we are meant to go, which is why it's important that we feel that connectivity, but it's also about connecting to our higher self, connecting to the energy of who we are meant to become. So I'm going to read what it says in the book for this, because this is a fairly new card. I haven't seen this card in the time that I've had this. So this is good. All right, here you go, Leo. Jeweled web, connectivity, no separation, and the feeling state. Approaching any oracle requires you to come in with certain expectations. You're either looking for confirmation of what you already know, or attempting to shed light on what eludes you on the obvious path you're on. You're asking whether you will reach a desired goal of some kind. You're rarely able to see beyond memory or projection. And so naturally, everyone comes to the oracle with a narrow perception of what's possible. Imagine that the answer to your question is not about landing at a particular destination, meeting a goal, connecting to a special lover, reaching an end game, or experiencing anything specific. Instead, you discover a shimmering web of jewels you didn't know existed. The world is interconnected in a living web of energy. It isn't possible to know how any of it works, but know this: what is in your highest good is a sparkling jewel that lights up for you among this web of possibilities. You just need to know how you want to feel and choose this consciously. Take your focus off getting anywhere. Practice feeling and being in a place where your desired experience has already come to pass. Who will you be when this is true for you? Can you be that now? Feel that now. Practice that. The better you know your path within this web of life, the more it will light up for you. It is celebrating you already. Leo, this is a beautiful message, and it truly highlights everything we've pretty much covered. Your web and your theme is this Eight of Swords. That feeling of being trapped in the circumstances, the situations, wherever it is you are in life. And remember what I said, your obstacle this month was the Star, which is about healing, right? It's about recognizing all of the aspects of yourself that are wounded, that you need to sort of love and nurture and heal that aspect in yourself. So Leo, this is a beautiful message. I hope you gained lots of insight and golden nuggets. And I really find that this provided you with the clarity. You are ultimately being asked to take a different path, to go a different way, and to go on a different road. And I hope that you are able to do that in a very loving and nurturing way. I thank you so much for joining me here, Leo, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys.